Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or a simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is also from The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Branden. This is a reminder we're in June. Not that fast. June, and the theme of this month is cultivating self-worth and self-love. We're in week 1, which is June 1st until the 7th. This is the last day. And the theme for this week has been understanding your self-worth. Today, we're going to read from chapter 2. It's called The Meaning of Self-Esteem. Self-esteem has 2 interrelated components. One is a basic sense of confidence in the face of life's challenges, self-efficacy. The other is a sense of being worthy of happiness, self-respect. I do not mean that I imply that a person of high or healthy self-esteem consciously thinks in terms of these components, but rather that if we look closely at the experience of self-esteem, we inexplicably find them. Self-efficacy means confidence in functioning of my mind, in my ability to think, understand, learn, choose, and make decisions. Confidence in my ability to understand the facts of reality that fall within the sphere of my interests and needs, self-trust and self-reliance. Self-respect means assurance of my value, an affirmative attitude towards my right to live and to be happy. Comfort in appropriately asserting my wants and thoughts and needs. The feeling that joy and fulfillment are my natural birthright. We will need to consider these 2 areas in more detail, but for the moment, consider the following. If an individual felt inadequate to face the challenges of life, if an individual lacked the fundamental self-trust, confidence in his or her mind, we would recognize a self-esteem deficiency. no matter what other assets he or she possessed. Or if an individual lacked basic sense of self-respect, felt unworthy or deserving of love and respect of others, unentitled to happiness, fearful of asserting thoughts, wants, or needs, again we would recognize a self-esteem deficiency, no matter what other positive attributes he or she exhibited. Self-efficacy and self-respect are the dual pillars of healthy self-esteem. Absent either one, self-esteem is impaired. They are defining characteristics of the term because of their fundamentality. They represent not derivative or secondary meanings of self-esteem, but its essence. The experience of self-efficacy generates a sense of control over one's life that we associate with psychological well-being, a sense of being at the vital center of one's existence, as contrasted with being a passive spectator or a victim of events. The experience of self-respect makes possible a benevolent, non-neurotic sense of community with other individuals. The fellowship of independence and mutual regard, as contrasted with either alienated estrangement from the human race on one hand or mindless submergence into the tribe on the other. Within a given person, there will be inevitable fluctuations in self-esteem levels, much as there are fluctuations in all psychological states. We need to think in terms of a person's average level of self-esteem. While we sometimes speak of self-esteem in a conviction about oneself, it's more accurate to speak about a disposition to experience oneself in a particular way. What way? To sum up a formal definition, self-esteem is the disposition to experience oneself as competent to cope with the basic challenges of life and as worthy of happiness. Note that this definition does not specify the childhood environment influences that support healthy self-esteem, physical safety, nurturing, and so forth, nor the latter generations, the practice of living consciously, self-acceptingly, self-responsibly, and so on, nor emotional or behavioral consequences, compassion, willingness to be accountable, openness to new experience, and the like. It merely identifies what self-evaluation concerns and consists of. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Today's reading clarifies that healthy self-esteem is rooted in two core experiences: self-efficacy, trusting in one's minds and capabilities, and self-respect, believing one is worthy of happiness and love. When either of these is missing, whether it's confidence in one's abilities to navigate life or the feeling that joy is deserved, self-esteem is weakened. Emotional balance is difficult to maintain without these foundations, as we may feel either helpless or unworthy. True inner stability arises from knowing that we can meet life's challenges and that we deserve to feel good when that comes. In the process of reparenting, we often find that both self-efficacy and self-respect were stunted in childhood due to our neglect, shaming, or over-control. As we reparent ourselves, we build a foundation by practicing self-trust, making our own decisions, and affirming that we are inherently worthy, even when no one taught us that. This kind of inner work helps us move from survival mode to one of empowerment and joyful living. It's not about surviving trauma, it's about believing we're allowed to thrive. As we move on to the journal prompts today, number 1, what memories or messages from childhood made me doubt my ability to think clearly, decide for myself, or trust my inner voice? Number 2, do I feel worthy of happiness and love? What beliefs or experiences have shaped that answer? And number 3, what does it look like to treat myself today as someone competent and deserving? What small actions can I take to affirm that belief? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Please take care of yourself and do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.